It's bloody on the internet, isn't it? One of these bloody podcast things.
Hello, welcome to the Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Oh, we've got nothing to say, so that means that when that happens, a guy gets to a toilet update.
No, that doesn't mean we've got nothing to say. That means I wanted to bring a toilet update to the studio.
Why do we have to talk about
And I tabled it professionally like a businessman would.
Why do we have to talk about the toilet all the time? I'm pretty sure the people listening don't care about a running toilet.
Well, I think
They
do.
don't.
About a month ago, I made a pledge to you guys, to the people who work in this building, to the people of New Zealand, to fix the toilet. I went as far as to getting a plumber in live on air to deal with it.
How is fixing one toilet in our office building helping New Zealand?
It's the small changes that make the big differences in this world. It's called the ripple effect. You fix one toilet, someone has a nice toilet experience, they pass a good deed on to someone else.
Why don't you go fix a toilet where it matters then?
Where does it matter?
Christchurch?
No.
We'll
start with this
one.
There. If I could fix one toilet, maybe I could fix one in Christchurch next week.
Okay.
Anyway, I tried to fix a toilet. I told people I'd fix a toilet. I have failed miserably. I got really angry about it. I put up my own money for offer. I had a guy come in to look at the toilet and said he'd fix it. All the guy did, and I even gave him the free shout out, I gave him a plug on air, was write a note in biro saying, we'll sort this tomorrow because it's quite broken, and stuck it on the toilet.
It was a month ago.
That was a month ago. All that's happened since then is
You've
pretty much
whinged
nothing.
about it for 30 days.
Oh, I haven't whinged about it for 30 days. I've whinged about it to myself, but I haven't expressed it on air, and the people want to know. The latest update, 2 days later, is someone has come in with some tape.
Some danger caution tape.
Some danger caution tape, and taped it roughly around the toilet.
This is actually quite amazing, the job they've done of...
It's not professional.
No, it looks awful. Also, the other thing that's happened, since they put that sign up there that said this toilet's not working properly, we'll be back to fix it soon, a month ago, the cleaners have stopped cleaning it.
Oh, my God.
So now it's not only broken, it stinks, and it's starting to go all like... crusty piss coloured.
God!
It's terrible.
Listen to you guys. You would think you were having to piss in a hole out the back of the building.
There's literally...
You've still got a urinal and another toilet you can use.
The urinal,
Suck it up.
the toilet is at the back of the building, and it literally is a hole because it doesn't operate.
Maybe you should come to the women's toilet. We have someone that misses the bowl of shit every day.
From now
I cleaned up
on-
another
whoa.
workmate's poo.
From now on,
That's a problem.
I'm coming to the women's toilet. Hey guys, sorry about the toilet update if you were disgusted by it, but you know it's something that the fans are into.
The fans, yourself.
Coming up in the show,
podcast, yeah.
we have Love Line today. Sharyn, you're interested in that?
Oh, I'm more interested in that and then where you have to urinate.
We also have my experience with Dom Harvey. And
hooking up with Dom Harvey, namely.
I didn't want to get into too much information because it's quite R18. And we also have some disgusting hospitality stories, and I'll tell you the most disgusting one at the end of the podcast.
Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
Everybody has had that moment in their life where they have been left behind. Some of them are worse than others, but we want to know when you've been left behind as a grown-up. So call us on 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343 because this happened to poor old Cooge, our newsreader for JJ, Mike and Dom this morning, and he was left behind by a girl from our promo department, Kerry.
And it's all my fault.
How did this happen, Kerry?
Okay, so we went on a lunch break burger fuel trip. And went in
As a group?
As a group?
Yes.
We went in two separate cars. Fuchsia had a meeting afterwards, an important appointment. So we knew that we were going to take Cooge back with us in the other car back to work. We enjoyed our lunch. It was great. I went back to the car and we forgot Cooge. He had to walk home.
How did you forget a fully grown man?
We were just so excited about our yummy food that we'd had and going and boasting about it to everyone in the office.
Where was he eating burger fuel, though? Was he not at the same table as you guys?
No, they were getting takeaway. They were all leaving together.
I thought you meant you'd eaten there already.
He got his first, so he was eating there. But yeah, we got it all takeaway.
So you just left this man just munching on his burger at Burger Fuel. Cooge isn't here right now. Is he still coming back? How far away did you leave him?
Well,
should we go get him now, you heartless lady?
He has came back, but
I don't believe you. Where's Cooge? I want to go. Where is he?
Where is he?
I think he's left for the day. He was pretty angry about being left behind.
It's just so sad because he's the nicest person ever.
Don't try and make up for it now, babes.
Can you just go and find him? please? This is unacceptable
Okay.
levels of incompetence,
How
really.
did he get back?
He walked back, and the thing is, we didn't even realise till we'd got back to work.
And sat down to eat lunch, may I
I'd already
add.
eaten.
You guys are terrible. Well, you're not the only one that's left people behind. Gemma, tell us about the time that your sister got left behind.
Yeah, they were on their way to a wedding in, I can't remember where it was, but they stopped to get gas in Fielding, and it was my brother-in-law, my sister, and they took a friend because they were carpooling, and they got into a conversation. She went to the toilet, and when she came out, they were gone.
They left her at a gas station in Fielding.
They did, and she thought they were joking, so she was walking around laughing, trying to find them, like walking around the service station in circles.
Classic gag, guys.
And how long
Yeah.
how long was she left there for, Gemma?
It took them 15 minutes to realise that she wasn't in the back seat.
And now 15 minutes out of Fielding by then.
Yeah.
That is not a good time. We want to hear about the time you've been left behind, so call us on 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343.
Find Cooge. Save Cooge. Bring him back.
Hashtag where is
Cooge, if you're out there, mate, we're very worried about you. Stay safe.
Stay strong.
Contact the police or something.
It's a hard life for a 31-year-old man out in Ponsonby.
Write your address on your forearm in Vivid.
Hello, Caitlin. Tell us about the time that you were left behind.
Yeah. I was at my friend's apartment, and she's a couple of floors up. And I went to the bathroom, and by the time I came out, they had all left me. And this is about 9-10 other people. And so I'm waiting there. I'm like, oh, they must be hiding somewhere. I'm looking around, and this is her apartment, and I have no idea. And so I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh, they forgot about me.
Isn't that the worst part of being left behind, Caitlin, is when you think everyone's joking and you're yelling out like, ha ha ha, guys, I got ya. Where actually they've left you behind and don't care about you.
Yeah. And when I realized, I was like, oh, I have to go into the elevator. Went to the elevator, I saw them all outside.
Oh, you were like a grown-up Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. You're Kevin.
Exactly.
You're Kevin.
We forgot Caitlin.
Susie, we weren't actually taking stories about kids being lost, but your one is so good. What happened to your daughter?
Oh, hi. My poor daughter, she was away on a school trip, and it was this amazing trip to Nepal last year, and they were in, there was about 12 kids, and there was sort of two to a group, and sort of an adult keeping an eye on everything and making sure, because they had lots of little stops at villages and everywhere. And this particular day, it was in the morning, and the wee minibus or whatever had taken off, and my daughter Kate, comes down, is like, oh, where is everybody? And they'd gone without her.
So she got left
in this little hippie village, which she said she was fine about, and of course she couldn't contact them because
it's Nepal.
And they must have realised about her.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
How bad would you?
They came back and they were so apologetic, and
But of course, to be apologetic, that's your worst nightmare. They
left a kid in Nepal.
Who was in charge of the kids? Are they?
Well, I mean, it was a school trip, which was really.
The teacher must be terrified. Are they sad?
So, I mean, and it didn't even come out for months later, because they know that I'd just be like, oh my God,
They wanted to keep it
terrible.
quiet.
But
Did they hide the story from you?
Yeah.
Just
That would be one of those moments where I instantly regretted signing a parent permission slip. That'd be so bad.
If you see Cooge out there anywhere, tell him we miss him.
We love you, Cooge, and we hope you get back soon.
I really want to sing like an I Miss You song.
If you do come back,
there is one.
please bring some burger fuel, because I'm quite hungry now, and that sushi didn't fill me up.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the Edge.
Now, this show, how long have we been on now? About 7 weeks?
Yeah, about that.
About 7 weeks.
Too long.
7 lucky weeks.
And in that time, we've had a couple of controversies. The main one continues to live on, and we seems to have done nothing about it. Now, basically, if you haven't been on the website, let me get you up to speed. This show is called Guy, Sharyn, and Clint. Unfortunately, with the Edge font the way it is, in quite narrow capital letters, it often reads, and this has been pointed out to us multiple times via Twitter, Facebook, every type of social media. It's been mentioned on Reddit, where it was on the front page of New Zealand Reddit, that the name reads, when it's written out in the Edge font, as Guy, Sharyn, then the C word.
Crayfish.
Clint, no.
No, not crayfish.
Guy, Sharyn, and then C-L-I, the L-I shaped into a U. It's pretty much the most offensive word in the English language.
Should we instead of saying the C word, should we just use a different word that sounds like it? So it would be Guy, Sharyn, and
Dunt.
Munt. So from
I
now
feel
on,
like that's still too
from now
offensive.
on, we're gonna,
You're
from
treading a
now
very
on, we're
fine
gonna
line.
we're gonna refer to it as Munt.
People
Like
are going to
the
hear it
munter.
wrong, and then we'll have more complaints. We have had at least half a dozen complaints into the interactive department, despite numerous ones to us by people calling up on the phone lines. Now, this still hasn't been remedied. 6 weeks in, I bring into the studio Fuchsia. Fuchsia, you're in charge of the website. Welcome to the studio. You look lovely today, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
But that's just, I'm not trying to butter you up, though, because you're in here to be grilled, mate. What's going on?
Well, we've had a few complaints.
We've had a few complaints.
We've had a few complaints.
Now, this show's been going for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done anything about it?
I feel like it's all Clint's fault.
Well,
You're blaming Clint for his name.
It is his name.
Someone texted me and said it looks like, because Guy, Sharyn and Clint is also very close together, it looks like it says Guy, and then my name and Sharon's name's close together, so it goes Guy and then the S from Sharon name. It looks like it reads Guy's hairy C word. This is seriously affecting our show. People aren't taking us seriously, and it's because of you guys in the IT department. I feel like you're taking the piss. I feel like you enjoy our show getting this crap.
Well, we don't obviously enjoy getting the complaints.
I feel like you do. I feel like you're provoking people. This is unacceptable, to say the least.
Oh,
What are we going to do about it? What have we learnt from this? All right, we can change the font. How hard can be? What's the name of the font we've got at the moment? Why don't we change saying cool, saying fun? Like we could change it to Curls MT or something like that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Joker Man, maybe?
We could change it to Joker Man. Look, whatever it takes, we need the Guy, Sharyn and Clint change. Can we change it, or is it against Edge protocols? Do we need to go to the boss?
You might have to go to the boss.
All
It's
the
a
way to the
pretty
top.
lengthy process.
I kind of like that it reads it like that because it's honest.
Should we type
It
it out?
keeps our show real.
Should we type it out like?
Hey, it's not honest. I just got that.
Should we type it out like Guy, Sharyn, and then write Clint's name in lowercase?
And Clint, or should I go by Clinton?
Clinton. It would still read C-wordton, I think. It's not going to fix it. Fuchsia, right now you got to promise the people of New Zealand who don't like indecency, what can we do about this?
We'll take a look at it.
We're going to take it. That's what the people about the toilet have said, and we haven't had that fixed in 6 months
let's
either.
also get something straight. The reason Fuchsia hasn't fixed it, it's because it's her last day on Friday. She doesn't give a shit. She's in the departure lounge.
Fuchsia, we're going to say you are fired as of Friday.
No.
I was nervous about bringing this up because I reckon the Edge thinks it's easier to just take me off the show than it is to change the font. So I hope we haven't rocked the boat too much.
We love you, Clint. We just
Don't
need to
leave
change your name.
I'll be lost without you.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Hi, I love you, and I bought you this sweet treadmill.
I hate you and I'm leaving you.
What am I doing wrong?
Shaz Dog's Love Shack.
Welcome into the Shack of Love, or where you can find love in a radio place. We've got Josh on the line right now. Josh, what is your question for the Shaz Dog Love Shack?
I want to ask my girlfriend to marry me.
Ooh.
Oh, and what are you worrying about this?
We just had a big accident together, and I'm not too sure if it's the right time or not.
A big
after just having it.
A big accident. By big accident, do you mean a child?
No, not a child.
Like a
Big car accident.
Ah.
And how long?
Lucky to walk away.
How long ago was the accident, Andre?
3 days ago.
Whoa.
3 days ago.
Are you in hospital right now?
No, we're luckily to walk away out of it unscathed.
This is quite cute. Has it made you realise how much you love her and that you don't want to lose her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what, Andre? I would find that extremely romantic. And I don't think that there is any good time or a bad time to propose to somebody if you think that the feeling's right. Do you think she'd say yes if you asked her?
Yeah.
Then go for it. Please go for
I've got
it.
2 seconds. Were you considering marrying her before the accident, though, or has this shaken you up and made you panic into it?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Did it
trouble.
make-
You don't
no,
want to
but-
rush it.
No, but did it make you panic into it, or did it make you realise just how much she meant to you? Like one of those things when you
Realise.
almost lose
Yeah.
somebody and you realise how much you love them.
Yeah, really.
Shaz, so you're the expert, but is this good advice? Do it, but just make sure you've got a ring first so that she knows you're serious and you're not just doing it on a whim.
Definitely have a ring first, Andre. You don't have to do it tonight, but have the ring first, and also make sure you make it very special. Don't make it anything to do with, like, being near the car or anything.
Don't go back to the crash site.
Put some effort into it, get a ring, and just get it done, because it sounds like you're really sure about it, so you should go for it.
The place that means the most to us.
You guys are so unromantic.
No, we're not unromantic. I was just joking.
Good luck, Andre.
I'm so romantic.
You are not romantic. Don't get me started on you. We've got another call here. Andre, what's your problem?
Hi. Basically, me and the wife have been arguing about me buying a $200 fishing rod, and she won't let me.
She won't let you.
Now, the funny thing is, I have already gone and bought it today, and when she goes nuts at me, and I know she will, what should I do?
Oh, I know what you should do. Can I just say, I know what you should do.
Step in.
Go fishing.
Okay, don't listen to them, Andre. Don't listen to them at all.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Andre, I think you go home, maybe hide the fishing rod for a little while. But if you don't want to do that, take home a bouquet of flowers with you as well, and then say to her that she can go and buy something of equal value. So she's getting something and you're getting something. Because can you afford for her to go and spend $200 on something that she wants?
Of course. I've got way more saved up for $200.
Yeah, exactly. Well, tell her she's got $200 to spend somewhere else.
I wouldn't risk it.
Then it's even.
Tell her you stole it, bro. That's the easiest way.
Or buy her a $200 countdown voucher and say, "Now you go buy some stuff too."
That's what my husband and I always do. If someone's buying a big purchase, the other person gets the same thing for the same amount.
That was amazing. Hi, I love you, and I bought you this sweet treadmill.
I hate you and I'm leaving you.
What am I doing wrong?
Shaz Dog's Love Shack. The doors are open. The shack is doing business. How can we help you in your love situation, or namely, how can Shaz Dog help you out?
We've had so many texts for this today. I've been trying to reply to as many as possible, so I reckon instead of taking calls, we just fire through as many texts as we can.
My favourite one thus far on the text machine, which is blowing up, is someone who just texts in, question mark, question mark, question mark. How long should sex last for? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I've genuinely wondered this question as well. I'm like, am I doing it for long enough? Is this good?
I don't think the time matters, personally.
Time, it's quality over quantity.
As long as everybody leaves with what they needed.
Okay.
If you catch my drift.
Say no more. Say no more. So 3 minutes.
Say you do 3 minutes and just you're leaving with what you needed, then you're doing it wrong.
So, are you saying if I just go into this and just worry about myself, I'm doing it wrong?
Yes.
Ah, good to know.
It's a team effort. we've got two of a similar note here. One from a girl, one from a guy. The one from a girl says, I've been single all my life. I'm 18 and I have no idea what I'm doing wrong.
You're not. Honestly, I don't think she's doing or he are doing anything wrong. You're 18. You've pretty much just finished school. It doesn't matter if you haven't had a boyfriend or a girlfriend before. You're only just entering being an adult.
That's
if you
young.
look back in 10 years' time and look at the people you date between being 18 and 25, even just that small time, and then the 10 years, you're going to date so many losers. So you might as well just take your time and be yourself and meet somebody half decent rather than just going out with someone for the sake of going out with someone.
Because you feel like you need a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Yeah.
Totally.
Good advice, Shaz Dog.
Can I say that one thing, because this is something that is close to my heart and something that I have a lot of experience in, being a little bit unlucky in love and going on quite long, let's just call it dry spells. In that time, you do lose confidence. That's quite an interesting thing. I always think confidence is important. You don't want to be like a swaggy dude who thinks he's the bomb, especially if you've never had a girlfriend. But you do need to have the basic confidence to start conversations with people and just to ask someone out. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, and that's all the bad things that can happen. Here's a heavy one for you, Shaz Dog, and this is going to catch you off guard. Studio, my missus wants a baby. I have 2 kids already, and I think I accidentally said, okay, let's try it. How do I back out of this?
I reckon kids is a real hard one, and it's one that you can't back out of or lie that you want or say that you are going to do it when you're not really going to do it, because that's somebody's entire future. That's something they want for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So you need to actually be honest that you don't want to have that kid, and you may lose her in that conversation, but you can't pretend and leave this woman that desperately wants a child not having a child just because you've already got some. She doesn't have any, she wants them. If you can't give them to her, she needs to find someone who will.
You should just say, I've already got two, just take your pick, you can have either of them. Rename them if you want.
You're such a boy.
Buy them some new clothes. Okay, here's your final one, Shaz Dog, and again, it's not easy. How long do you think a girl should be single for after a long relationship?
Ooh.
I want to ask out this amazing girl, but she's just come out of a 3-year relationship, and I'm too classy to be a rebound.
Oh, I reckon that depends on each person. I remember I had to go to counselling after one of my relationships because I just went through... He was a really... any form of abuse you can think of that happened in that relationship, and it took me a long time to get over it, and the counsellor said to me at that time, it takes half the amount of time you were together to get over a relationship. And I don't know if that is true every time, but I know it does work for a lot of people. But then my last relationship went straight into it to the guy that I married. But I think it just depends on that girl, and if all else fails, Google the Shawshank method. Just do that and it'll probably turn out all right.
Start as friends and it can only blossom from there. That's another addition. Great work, Sharyn.
Yeah, the love shack.
But hang on, before we do that, start as friends, but don't get in the friend zone.
Yeah.
Google Shawshank.
How do you stay out of the friend zone? So many more questions. We'll answer them again next week.
Lots of touching.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Everyone in my office and here at the Edge office as well has been talking about it today. It was the Edge morning show, JJ, Mike and Dom's response to the first kiss video that was being viral on the internet.
The stranger kissing black and white video.
So that video was made showing some strangers kissing for the first time. JJ, Mike and Dom turned it into a radio game where they spun a wheel and each kissed a stranger. I thought it was dodgy and creepy as heck.
Well, it was. It's had over 120,000 views now, and everybody comes out of it the same thing, saying, oh yeah, see, Dom got to kiss a real hot blonde 20-year-old.
It seemed like Dom rigged it up so that he would just kiss a hot 20-year-old babe.
Yeah.
It seemed creepy as shit. I don't know about you guys.
I would like to say this is about the 4th time in the last 6 months that Dom has tried to get a spinning wheel where he would get to either to kiss a 20-year-old, and this time I thought he was going to end up having to get his dream pash of Sophie, but that didn't happen this time.
He's finally succeeded in doing it. Now the question I asked is why, for comedy purposes, because obviously this is why, because he wanted a 20-year-old, why didn't he just, wouldn't it be funnier if he kissed a dude, or, wouldn't it be more awkward and more trickery?
Yeah, but not as self-serving.
I thought maybe he could be homophobic, or something like that. So what I decided to do was put him to the test. I made the Guy, Sharyn and Clint spinning wheel of first kissing. It's right here in the studio.
I'd like to point out that that's just JJ, Mike and Dom's wheel that you stole and wrote your own things on it.
It's a good wheel.
And what I wrote on it was, in every segment of the wheel, I wrote Dom. Basically, this was my version of the game where I wanted to see how much I could weird out Dom. The answer is quite a lot. I went around there, he didn't know I was coming, I barged into his house, I felt like I was basically invading his privacy. His child let me in, I pushed the kid out of the way and I was like, Dom, let's do this. And if you want to hear the incredibly painful and awkward audio, then we have it right here for your listening pleasure.
This is what happened, recorded just 20 minutes ago.
Dominic Harvey, it's Guy Williams here.
What happened to security?
They did a very poor job. You've done your first kiss video. We've made our own first kiss video here for the Guy, Sharyn, Clint show, Dom.
Where are the pleasantries?
There's no pleasantries here, mate. I've got my first kiss winning wheel. Now, first of all, let's talk about your first kiss video, because you saw the one on the internet.
Yeah, the black and white one.
The black and white one.
Yeah.
And then you made your own one.
Yes, we did, yeah.
You rigged your competition so you would kiss a hot 20-year-old.
Wait a minute, how was that rigged?
How
did
was
you? The wheel is on video. You can see what happened. It was a legit spin.
You had a whole room of hot blonde 20-year-olds. You could have chosen any of them. So this is the Guy, Sharyn and Clint wheel. This is for my first kiss. As you can see, I've got a range of options here, most of which are you.
I'd say looking at the wheel and the selections, I'd say my chances here are pretty good.
This is one of those situations where I feel like you're actually handling it quite well. I wasn't sure how you're going to take this. I was worried that you'd run away or you'd be terrified. Are you up for this?
Well, running away becomes a difficult option when you're the guys standing right in your house.
I'll come to your house and you put out to it. Let's spin the wheel, eh? This is the Guy, Sharyn and Clint first kiss wheel.
If you end up spinning me and we exchange a kiss, how about I start with the Jaffa and we do the transfer of the Jaffa?
You're weeding me out now. I came here to make you feel uncomfortable and now you've made me feel uncomfortable. Let's spin the wheel!
Oh, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Come on, one more spin, one more!
Yes! I got Dom. Let's no pissing around, mate. Let's do this.
All right.
I actually don't know if I can do that.
Well, you've got the Jaffa, mate. You've got the Jaffa. He's got the Jaffa. He's not letting the Jaffa back.
And that was it. The first and last instalment of the Guy, Sharyn and Clint winning wheel. Holy shit, that was tense. Dom, thank you so much for being such a good sport, mate.
You've got a really well lubricated mouth.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Have you been told that before? It really is like a
Was that your first time kissing a man?
Absolutely.
I quite enjoyed it.
It was nowhere near as gay as what I anticipated it was going to be. It was good.
Hey, thank you very much, Dom, and sorry for invading your privacy like this. I will leave. That's the end of the Guy, Sharyn and Clint first kiss wheel.
There's going to be a video of this whole thing. We filmed it all. The video's being edited right now. It's going up at 6 o'clock. We'll post it on our Facebook page. But right now there is a rough version of the video that was shot by Savine, JJ and Dom's child, which is up on the JJ, Mike and Dom Facebook page.
And it's just awkward. You were gobbling his mouth.
I was trying to pash him more, and he was not into it at all. I'm questioning my sexuality. I enjoyed it.
I can't wait to see this video. You did a great job,
Guy,
Nick.
Sharyn and Clint on the bloody edge.
Now, I've got a bit of a story to tell because Sharyn is accusing me of kind of being not that romantic.
Unromantic.
So I obviously am... trying to find love in a hopeless place at sometimes. The hopeless place being a 6'6" Lancatron with glasses and a moustache that makes me look like a predator.
Put your fishing rod away, mate. You don't need people texting him that you're not hot.
A potential New Zealand sexiest man. So, let's not get too down about myself. Last night, I decided to romance things up a little bit. I took flowers around to a girl's house and gave them to her. What a swell move. Fine, right? Great move, Guy. You're a champion. What blew my mind, what made me absolutely shocked, was that she said, this is a 28-year-old woman, she said she had never received... What?
Can we just stop? You're doing this big romantic thing and you're going to be like, she'd never got flowers before and I was her Prince Charming. Wah. Can I just point out, the flowers that you gave this girl, you saw them as an opportunity. They were flowers that everyone in our building got sent. You peeled a Burger King sticker off the packaging.
Don't mention this bit.
You gave her flowers you got for free from Burger King. You didn't even buy them. You saw them as a possibility of maybe getting some action afterwards.
Why did we get Burger King flowers again? I can't remember. Burger King isn't normally doing flowers, by the way. They mainly focus on burgers.
Yeah, it's just a promo for Burger King.
They're doing something. I don't know why Burger King sent some flowers. But anyway, I got some flowers, peeled the sticker off. They were beautiful flowers. The Burger King thing took away from them. They were also they were also in the colour of Burger King, I think, if I remember rightly.
Did you tell her?
Anyway, we're getting off track.
Did you tell her, here are these flowers that Burger King sent me today?
No.
Or, because you peeled the sticker off, you were trying to deceive her anyway, and there's nothing romantic about giving a girl burger flowers.
Why are you ruining my romantic gesture? The point I was trying to get to, but before I was sabotaged by old Mrs. Cockblocker over here, was that the girl that I gave the flowers to...
Old Mrs. Cockblocker.
You got to use your cock to get it blocked, mate.
Shush.
Okay.
Shush.
Okay.
The girl that I gave...
Put Burger King to one side.
The girl that I gave the flowers to...
Yes.
Was not questioning where the flowers came from. They were beautiful flowers. I may not have paid money for them. That's not the point. Had never, in her 28 years on this planet, so that includes a good 10 years of dating as an adult, had never received a bouquet of flowers before.
And that is a sad indictment.
Isn't that so
on
sad?
How romantic the men of New Zealand are.
It's a shocker. Absolutely. She's dated like 5 or 6 dudes. I don't want to make a number too high. She's dated probably 2 or 3 dudes. I don't know how many dudes she's dated. Don't want to know.
It's because New Zealand men aren't really that romantic.
I gave her flowers.
Would you have given her flowers if you hadn't been seeing them for free
It's
at
a
work?
classic. Yes, I do it all the time. Not all the time. No, I'm not sluzzing around over the place. But I like to give flowers. It's a there's nothing more romantic than walking down the street, carrying some flowers, excited about giving them to someone.
I made the statement before that New Zealand men are probably the most unromantic men in the entire world. And Sarah, would you like to agree with me on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
What's your experience?
My husband this year told me that he would give me double what he got me last year for Valentine's Day.
Good.
Which last year was the gift of not spending any money.
He gave you the gift of not spending any money on you.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you get peeved off about this? Do you get angry at him?
I wasn't too pleased, but he's really not a big Valentine's Day person, so I wasn't really surprised.
What did you get him?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well,
would you have liked some Burger King flowers?
I would have taken some flowers.
They would have been lovely. Who cares where they come from? The point is, it's a romantic gesture.
Let's take some calls on this right now and find out if New Zealand men really are that unromantic. So if you have had experience with an unromantic New Zealand man, give us a call on 0800 The Edge and tell us about it, or text us to 3343.
I really hope my husband's listening, because our first 5 dates, without a word of a lie, he took me to a food court.
New Zealand.
And he didn't even pay.
A food court.
He bought me a juice one of the time.
I took a girl some flowers last night. In her 28 years of life, it was the first time she'd ever received flowers from anyone, any New Zealand man, and we asked the question, are New Zealand men the most unromantic men in the entire universe?
There are a few keepers out there. We've had their ladies ringing through, having a wee brag about how amazing their husbands and boyfriends and fiancés are.
Stop pointing to yourself, Clint.
Clint is quite romantic, and that is simply because he's batting way above his weight.
Well, yeah, you got to put in the effort when you know you're
What romantic things do you do? What romantic things do you do, Clint?
I'm not revealing my secrets on the radio.
You better say a secret, otherwise I'm just going to assume you've got nothing.
He buys her really nice presents as surprises. He's really nice
don't try and bail him out.
No, he is a really romantic
Why
boyfriend.
are you speaking for him? Let him speak. What do you do,
Because he won't tell you. He's very secretive about
I don't think he does anything.
I do.
He does.
I try.
Give us one thing.
Okay, cool.
Give us one thing you've done for Lucy.
Well, we went away on the weekend and we went and stayed somewhere quite nice.
Where'd you go to?
To Tauranga.
Tauranga?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Not even the Mount.
It was nice.
What'd you look at? The Tauranga port.
They went on a romantic weekend. They looked at the hotel room guy. God.
That's
Angela,
not romance.
Yes, it is. Angela, how unromantic is your man?
How not romantic?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I think the worst thing I ever got was a grocery voucher for Valentine's Day.
Who?
What did he expect you to do that? Go and buy something that you can cook for him?
Yeah, well, I kind of was a little bit flabbergasted, to be honest. It definitely didn't hit the romantic states at all.
Did he do that classic guy thing when he gave it to you and he was real proud of himself and he was like, So
practical.
Yeah, totally was. That's the reason he's an ex-partner.
Should we go to the bedroom right now?
What's your partner like now, Angela?
I haven't got one at the moment, but based on that, there won't be one that gives me grocery vouchers for Valentine's Day.
Good on you, girl. Keep aiming high. Jen, how unromantic is your partner?
Pretty bad, actually. For his time to cook dinner, it will either be Domino's or take me out to McDonald's.
Take you to McDonald's?
Yeah, that's our once a month date.
Jen, are you one of those people that really likes healthy food? Do you like Thai food by any chance?
Oh, no, I'm not too bad with the healthy stuff. I'll eat anything.
Is he poor? Is that his reason for taking you to McDonald's?
Not at all. He's just lazy.
I would actually... I'd be okay. Do you want a partner swap? Because I'd love for my husband to take me to McDonald's. He never lets me at McDonald's. So if you want to swap, just let me know, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
I'll hook you guys up. That's not weird, eh? Is that weird?
Nothing says romance.
Pretty weird.
Nothing says romance like a cheeseburger and a free toy with the Happy Meal.
No, a barbecue bacon cheeseburger is a romance in a bag. Andrew, why do you think that men are so unromantic in New Zealand as a man?
Well, there's only got to be one reason for that.
What is that?
It's because New Zealand girls are just too easy these days.
Oh, get off.
Oh, you guys are doing... but you guys know it's so true.
I know it's not that true, Andrew. How often are you getting straight to the bedroom with ladies?
All the time.
Andrew's got mad swag.
It might cost me a bit of money, but hey...
So
well, at least you're
all the girls ringing up.
See, this is why they are easy, mate, because you're paying them and taking them home.
Hey, some girls prefer money than McDonald's.
Get that idiot off the phone.
No, at least he's just
You don't have to romance a hooker.
No, he's not talking about hookers.
From the text machine, my husband gave me paint stripper and a scraper for Valentine's Day. He thought I'd done great before, and it was non-toxic paint stripper because I was 7 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Please note he is now my ex-husband.
That's incredible.
I prepared a candle dinner for my husband, and when he came home, he turned the candles off because he said it was too dark. I asked to go out on a date. She was blown away that I asked her out on a date and said she didn't realise guys still did that. I still didn't get to go on the date. So maybe girls aren't appreciative. We'll leave it at that.
So
Let's just don't expect it.
From this, we have determined that
New Zealand men are pretty bad generally.
Guys just don't really put in the effort, do they?
We need to try harder.
From that, you can also take that a little bit of effort would obviously go a long way because the bar is set pretty bloody low. If you can blow a girl away just by saying, hey, I'm going to take you out, then just make a little bit of effort, maybe.
Damn straight. just get in there.
Guys, Sharyn and Clint.
There's a couple of things that just kind of, when people say them to me, they make me... I know, wait, I shouldn't say a couple of things. I'm already being quite annoying. There's a lot of things that when people say them to me, I get a little bit wound up about them.
They grind your gears.
And I just got one down outside the sushi place where I was having a chat to a dude, and he gave me the old wind-up of the chat with the classic expression, I'll let you get on with it, mate.
Oh, so you're mid-conversation like... Hey, well, look, I'll let you get on with it.
I'll let you get on with it. It's on the phone all the time as well. Like, I'm sure you've got a lot of stuff to do, so I'll let you go. I'll let you go is another one. You're not letting me go. I want to talk to you. And so the way I make this always really awkward is I go, oh, that's okay. I've got nowhere to be.
You've done that to me before.
Just trapped them in
I just realised you've done that to me before at the airport, and then I've been like,
and then you're stuck in a conversation with me that there's nowhere to go because I've called your bluff and you've tried to get
out of it.
So I wish people would just be honest about things. I wish they would just say, hey, look, mate, I've got to go, but you can soften it by going, we'll talk again real soon.
Or, hey, mate, I'm tired of this conversation now. I'm just going to leave.
I'm sick of talking to you, mate.
I don't like that one either, and so I go like this. And that's my...
Just to let them know, just burn your bridges once and for all.
I'll be on the phone, I'm like, well... And I say that, and then people will wrap the yarn up. It's without fail, 9 times out of 10, actually. 9 times out of 10 it works. My one that I can't stand is when you're talking to someone, and they're frustrating you because they're not listening to your opinion, and they go... I understand what you're saying, but...
Yeah.
And you don't understand what I'm saying, or you wouldn't have added a but on the end. If you understood what I was saying, you'd shut up and listen to my opinion.
I feel like this is a personal stab at myself.
No, actually, both of you.
Okay.
Both of you do that to me all the time. Stop doing it.
Really? That pisses you off?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
Look,
it's
Sharyn,
it's
I understand
patronising.
Look, Sharyn, I understand what you're saying. I just don't really respect your opinion.
I will light your face on fire.
Hey, I'm going to let you guys...
I have a lighter here, and I will do it.
She's actually got a lighter right now. Sharyn, I'll let you get on with it. We've got to play a song.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
There is an employee named Alice Sykes who I am attempting to get on this show tomorrow. I've just found her on Facebook, and she works for Subway over in England, and she walked to work, and on the way there her socks and her gloves got wet because obviously it's very cold over there and it had been raining and stuff.
It is.
And so she got to work at Subway. She had to work all day. She's like, I can't work in these wet socks.
No one can work in wet socks, mate. That's crazy talk.
Get gangrene.
She took her socks off and then took her gloves off, and then when you go to Subway they have that oven that just gives out all that beautiful bread smell.
They've got two. They've got the one that make the bread, and they've got the toaster for toasting your sub.
Not the toaster, the oven.
Oh, okay.
She then put her socks and her gloves in the bread oven while she was serving people. to dry her socks, which sounds like a great
amazing.
It's a great life hack if you can get away with it, not doing it in the workplace and doing it at home and hoping they don't catch on fire.
How is this a life hack?
Still yuck.
Because, it's going to dry your socks.
Don't put it in any... No.
But this is in a workplace where they're making bread for customers and they're walking in getting their double cheese barbecue honey mustard sauce combo and they're seeing these socks and gloves in the oven, and even worse, the stupid girl went and posted it online as well, and she had some great hashtags, Clint?
She would have got away with this if she didn't Instagram it. First of all, she used a great filter, so that was a good choice.
Everyone's better with the filts, babe.
She took a photo of her socks and gloves in the oven, and she wrote, "Socks and gloves drying in the oven at work, haha, hashtag Worcester, hashtag floods, hashtag wet, hashtag gloves, hashtag socks."
Hashtag socks, great
obviously,
hashtag.
The hashtag socks is quite popular, and that's how that got found out. And we just wanted to know this afternoon, if it can get worse than that, which I'm sure that it can, your grossest hospitality story. So you can call us on 0800 The Edge, text us at 3343, or if you're on Twitter, just use the hashtag GSC Show.
We've already had one call come in.
Hannah, tell us about your most gross hospitality stories.
I used to work at a bakery, and at the end of the day, all the sandwiches that weren't sold, they'd take the meat out of them, including chicken ones, and they'd brush off the cheese and the mayonnaise and the sauce, and they put them back in the containers at the end of the day to be used for sandwiches the next morning.
Oh my
God.
Oh, yuck.
That is disgusting. Yeah. And did anyone ever complain of food poisoning or anything?
Not that I know of, but
no problem then.
Yeah, they had really smelly chicken one day, and I told them, the chicken's off, and they were like, oh, we'll just put Moroccan seasoning on it and put it in the paninis because they won't be able to smell it.
No! Oh, Hannah, no. I'm never eating a panini ever again.
I love bakery food too, and I don't want to be put off the bakery, but that terrifies me.
If no one's getting sick then, mate, it's all good. In Auckland, they have those food ratings. It's an E for excellence, mate.
Damn. Rosie, I hate to ask, but what is your grossest hospitality story?
Okay, so over summer I was working at this restaurant in Australia, and after the New Year's party I was cleaning up the beers on the table, tipping them all into a jug, and then my boss comes up to me, he's like, "You're not going to tip those out, are you?" And I was like, "That's what I was planning on doing." And then he's like, "Oh, take them down to the kitchen and we'll use them for the beer batter."
Ew.
Oh, what?
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
So this was all half-drank beers, people been spitting in them,
That is like a fast way to spread meningitis. That is horrible.
No, but don't, when you put it in the deep fryer, it all just evaporates. It's hygienic.
That is so disgusting, Rosie. Melissa, I don't want to ask you either, but what's your grossest hospitality story?
Well, I was working in a restaurant a couple of years ago, and we had a relief cook come in, and a whole steak just slid off the plate, and she just told the waitress to pick it up, put it back up on the plate, and take it out to the customer. And so she did.
It had been on the floor?
Yeah, on the floor.
What, do they have the 3-second rule or something?
Yeah, that's what she said. But she said 10-second rule, so even though it's pretty gross.
10-second rule, just stretch it out. I thought the general consensus is it's a 5-second rule, but I love just stretching it out for the amount of time that it's been on the floor. Yeah, so if it's been down there for 2 minutes, you're 2-minute rule, mate.
Yeah, it's fine. Pick it up.
Same day rule.
Same day rule.
I'm definitely going to be looking at my steak a little bit differently now, Melissa. Thank you so much for that.
Text machine is exploding with excitement. Gross story. My dad is an air conditioner technician, and they're working in a pie factory. His construction hat, like his hard hat, fell into the meat vat for the pies, and they told him not to worry about it as worse stuff was already in there. Oh. That is amazing.
Do we know what pie? Because I want to make sure I do not eat those pies.
We don't want to get sued for libel or anything like that.
It's a disgusting thought that there is even a meat vat, though.
Vat of meat.
They keep all the meat.
In this big, that is disgusting.
We found a cat in the car park. Put it in the meat vat. Top up the meat vat.
There's an old lady with a hairnet who steers the meat vat.
Steers it, yeah.
I was working in a sandwich shop. I hated my job. I found a slug in the chicken. I couldn't be bothered picking it out, so I diced it up and made a nice, fresh slug-in chicken wrap.
That is disgusting.
Can I just say, in the defence, before we finish, that I used to work at McDonald's and it was absolutely fine there. Yeah, okay, occasionally we would drop some patties on the floor, but besides that, we'd pick them up straight away and get on with our job. Generally, the standard's pretty good. And sorry to anyone we've grossed out while they're eating dinner or something like that.
Do you
apologise.
Do you want to know, though, touch wood, McDonald's is the one place I've never had something gross happen to my food.
Yeah.
It's always on form.
That's what I'm saying. I worked in hospitality, I worked for McDonald's, and it was absolutely great. So we don't want to put people off too much.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
There you go. That is the end of the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
I'd promised that I would provide the most disgusting of the terrible hospo stories that we got. We got some shockers. We got some people who worked in the kitchen who claimed the chef used to get caught basically having sex with a piece of meat.
Oh.
What? What sort of meat?
But the worst...
That one couldn't have gone on the radio.
What sort of meat?
The worst one, though, I can get worse than that.
Was it a leg ham? Like a full leg ham?
I can get worse than that.
Fat end first?
Was it a rump? Was he putting it in the rump?
Was it an eye fillet?
I can get worse than that, guys.
Was it a full turkey?
I do not know.
Was it a size 8 chicken?
Was it a full turkey and he was... No.
Was it a Brathurst?
The worst one was a lady who claimed she worked in a restaurant/bar where the manager came in one day with a sex toy dildo.
What?
And washed it in the washing machine of the restaurant.
No.
In the washing machine?
That's disgusting. Why would you not just do it at home?
Now, I'm going to pull back the radio curtain for a second here. Sharyn, you say it's disgusting. When I mentioned this before, off air, you said that's where people normally clean their sex toys.
It is. It's like if you look at it on like a sex toy website, they have an icon that tells you if it's dishwasher safe or not.
Okay, here's my thing.
I've never washed one in a dishwasher, but a lot of people do.
I have two types of orifices. One of them I call my head ones, and the other one I call my bum ones, right? And I keep the bum ones away from the head ones for basic hygiene reasons. If I was going to wash a dildo, which I've never done, I would put it in a hot soapy water in the laundry room or something like that.
That's a bit of a contradiction because I'm pretty sure your head does go in your orifice sometimes, but maybe just not yours.
Also, someone texted and said that your head is so far up your own ass that they couldn't hear you properly, so maybe they don't know. That's the end of the podcast. We'll see you later.
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.